Hey, Nolan. Did I ever tell you about when I got fired from Subway when I was in high school for putting my dick in the pickle slicer when I was a teenager?
No.
Yeah, I just feel bad for what they had to do to the pickle slicer. They fired her too. Hey, we're Eric and Nicole.
And this is the Hey Baby podcast.
That one progressively got better.
All I could think about was the meat slicers, and I was like, my God, why would you do that?
She's like, but baby, your dick's not sliced off. Oh, wait, that explains the stubbiness.
Yeah, I'm out. This is awkward.
This is TMI.
Yeah.
When we
let's
very
go
first started dating, I think it was like the night we first met.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'm going to mute your mic in a second.
I was about to say, you can mute her.
Like the night we first met, she's like, I don't like the big ones. They scare me. And I knew right then I had found my woman. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, this one's mine.
Together forever.
I'm right here. I got her number. And it's a fraction. So anyway, Nolan's back with us again because we had so much fun with the last episode. Being Nolan and I had so much fun. I'm not so
Yeah.
sure about Nicole.
No, you guys are bullies.
Sat here with that look on her face.
I need some other
We need to get Rebecca on.
girls.
She'd give you some vagina power. I'm going to have to be on my best behavior for that show, aren't I?
You need to be on your best behavior right now.
Oh, okay.
Says who?
Me, and I'm in charge.
That's very convincing. Yes, ma'am.
Ew.
Would you rather prefer your work name?
What's her work name?
Was it bitch or one of those? White bitch with a badge? One of those?
Oh, that tracks.
Yeah.
And some other probably not so fun names that we can't say.
Yeah, I decided not to say the other ones.
What are you doing?
Can't let that go.
What are you going to plug it into?
The charger.
I meant what else? Wow, 100 years ago.
That I did mean to mention that he did, like, in one of the earlier podcasts, he did, or no, because when he mentioned it on a podcast, and you were like, oh, well, you never told me that, I didn't know that. Shh.
Don't say nothing about teaching in the academy.
He told us in the academy. So I was sitting there at work one night listening to that. I was just driving around, and I had to pause and rewind just to hear you say that he never told you. I was like, wait a second. I specifically remember. I was there.
I was.
See, the thing is, some of my students listen to me.
Yeah. Bad thing is, she was sitting in the front row. I was sitting in the back.
Well, the problem was with her, because she's sitting there in the front row. All she can think about is that dick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
she
not.
cannot pay any attention to my teaching. So I understand why she got
Well,
distracted.
Shut up. Honestly, I was too busy doodling in my notebook. Don't break my pewter.
There was a lot of doodles in your new notebook
My
because I
notebook.
think I copied your notes a couple times. Because I was sitting there in the back acting like I was taking computer notes and I was building guns.
Move the computer away from the mic.
Tell him what to do.
I am the boss.
Find a hole.
In your defense.
Is it in there? Can you see? Is it in yet?
Yeah, it's in. In your defense, there's not 3 of them on the computer.
I didn't get it at first.
You don't have all those options.
I'm still disappointed that I got that
I
first.
probably have more options on the computer than I do in real life, if we're being honest.
Yeah, and I see what you mean too, because I just got that look.
Yeah, the look you can hear through the speakers.
Yeah.
The best part is it was recording. So you can go back and see.
Go back and get the look.
The side eye.
I'm actually gonna
Yeah, because I was looking at you when I said it, and I felt something, so I turned my head.
something stabby.
Yeah. You got the look.
So we have an announcement to make.
You don't want to talk about me being mean?
Well, no, I was just you don't want
Oh,
to chit
I was-
chat. You always need me to get into it.
They can just listen to the other podcast.
45 episodes of that so far.
Okay. Okay. Anyways. Instead of talking about it, we did it. We booked our own little loop. All of the campsites are ours.
Yeah.
So there will be nobody but us in the loop and whoever else like we invite. Like it'll be a party.
That's pretty
It'll
cool.
be fun.
I think it's 7 campsites.
Like
Yeah.
the whole little cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so we got our own little bathhouse in the middle too.
Did that? No.
No, the bathhouse is down the road.
So we had to share that. So you walk down and it's like right there. But
Okay.
the spot that we picked was the spot that we went camping last year,
Mm.
and the people we camped with weren't like that were in the little loop weren't that bad. But we reserved all of the loop, all the ones that are like close together. And we originally were like, we'll just have everybody book their own. But then we decided that probably wasn't a good idea
It'd be hard to coordinate, like
to make sure everybody
getting in the
got
right spot.
Because then you might have like one random person there. and you're like,
Yeah.
what the hell is going on with all these people?
So we booked them all, and then anybody that wants to go can just pay it.
Pay
Hi,
us.
Char. There's Junior. Might be time for them to go outside. So that I'm pretty excited about it.
I think it's gonna be a really good time.
Well, I'm there. Alyssa doesn't want to go. I ruined camping for her.
What did you do?
So when I was in the Marine Corps and, we did the whole camping every weekend thing, we, I think it was on the brink of turning from fall to winter. And it was, it's North Carolina. So in that time, it's still a warm
Nice-ish.
65 degrees during the day, but it falls at night. And we got all of our stuff ready to go. And I think I was rushing or something. Well, get to the campsite, get everything set up, do some cooking, all that stuff. And it's time for bed and get in the tent. I'm like, shit, where did I put the blankets? So I go back to my Jeep. And,
Oh no.
yeah, so I
Oh,
go back to my
no.
Jeep and look in the back seat. I've got this one blanket that my mom crocheted, so it's like it's a
holy
holy
blanket.
blanket. and I've got all these like designated camping blankets. There's wool, cotton, and some very warm sleeping bags that are rated for like 20 degrees. I forgot them. So we had that one blanket, and it fell to 20 degrees.
I would be so pissed.
Oh, she was.
Be so pissed.
I was sitting there all night. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've never cuddled somebody so hard in my life. And we were just freezing with that blanket. And we woke up the next morning, and I was like, hey, I know it was our plan to stay out here for like the next 2 days. If you want to leave, I'll pack up right now and we'll go.
We're leaving.
And sure enough, my buddy Glenn that we were with, he's like, and he had all of his stuff. And he's like, yeah, I was fucking cold last night. I didn't know it was supposed to get that cold. So, like, yeah, we'll bake some breakfast and we'll pack up. We're getting out of here. Sure enough, we get back to the house, and right by our back garage door, the basket of blankets.
All the shit sitting there. Oh man. That's awful.
Yeah, so I ruined tent camping for her. She's a camper type, and clearly we don't have the place or money for a camper. And I love tent camping.
I like tent camping, but if we're gonna go like campground camping, I ain't about to have no backpacking bitch ass tent.
So I learned this the hard way. Is the campground we're going to for our, what are we calling this campout?
I don't know yet.
Hey baby campout.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was the campground we're going to for that. We went last year, and we're getting ready to go. We had this plan for probably at least a month in advance.
I don't know. We went with Allie.
We're getting everything. No, this wasn't the alley campout. This was.
Yes, it was.
No, I'm talking about when we went to where we're going now.
This is Eric's story.
Yeah, let me tell my story.
I thought he was telling how he figured out that I don't do backpacking, tent camping.
No,
at
I
a
was
campground.
oblivious. When we went with Allie, I thought you were fine.
No.
I thought you were okay with that trip. It
We
wasn't.
backpack camped out the car. I don't enjoy
It
that.
wasn't until we were getting ready to go to Delaware, and that this reserved and everything, and I'm packing my shit that we always use. I'm a backpacker, always have been.
He's ultralight, man.
So she comes in.
Nothing wrong.
She comes in and she's like in some kind of fucking weird rage, and she goes,
Rude.
I hate camping with you. And I was like,
That's a bit aggressive.
I believe it.
have you met you? So I'm like, what? Oh, but that's what we do. We go camping together. You said that was what you like to do with me. And she's like, no, I mean, I don't like to go car camping with you because you pack all this backpacking shit. And I'm like, well, that's what I have. I don't like, what do you want? And she's like, I don't know, a big tent that I can like stand up in and shit. I was like, oh, okay, well, let's run to Walmart, get you a new tent.
Oh, you should have hit her with, it's not in the budget.
Oh, there's an adventure budget, Nolan.
Yeah, we got a separate budget
a
for
whole
adventure
bank
things.
account labeled adventure money
Adventure
that
fund.
we started.
Oh my God.
That we started when we started dating.
Yeah, we started that before we were ever married. So
That's wonderful.
What was the idea was like we would want to do these things, but it would be like, okay, you pay for this, I pay for that. So it was just like, hey, why don't we just, I'll put $300 out of every paycheck in this, you put $300 out of every paycheck in this. Then we've got this thing building up for our adventure fund when we do stuff together. It was cool when we were dating, and it's still cool now because
I was gonna say
no, it still works now because we have that's kind of separate fund set aside. Like if there's something we want to do that's kind of wild or whatever, like do we have, I'll just ask like, what's in the adventure fund, and she'll be like $86 million, and I'll be like, cool, let's buy an island.
God, I wish not
No
$86 million.
$86, whatever. So anyway,
It's more than that.
I was like, let's run to Walmart, get you a fucking tent. So we go to Walmart. I'm not shitting you. We have a 12-man tent.
Holy shit.
I need the dogs in there.
This tent is so fucking big that we slept on one side of it. We put a dog kennel and our bicycles on the other side, like it's a fucking garage. And there was room in there for probably 2 or 3 people to sleep with the bikes and the other dog. Like,
jeez.
Everybody could have slept. Yeah, and then there's just the 2 of us on the one side that easily could have slept 6 or 7 more people.
Okay, no.
Was this a Nicole's choice item or
it was all hers.
not a lot?
No, it was all hers. It was all hers.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you got to get like one of those inflatable couches, a table, a TV.
I want to get cots. If we're going to do this, we're going to fucking bougie it up. We're going to get some.
Show him the cot that you got.
I don't think so. So I went down a rabbit hole with one tigress.
Oh, yeah.
It's supposedly because I didn't realize they made camping gear, and like back when I was in high school, I was buying a bunch of their tactical gear and shit. And
douche.
Yeah, I know. I was one of those. But guess I was just looking on Amazon, looking at a bunch of camping gear because that's just one of the weird things I do. I randomly get on Amazon and look at camping gear.
Same.
And I've always wanted a cot, but like a lightweight one that'll fit in a backpack instead of like one of the Marine Corps ones because they fold up all heavy and shit.
You need a fucking Sherpa to carry it.
Yeah, and then there's all these. I think the Coleman cots. They just fold in half.
Yeah.
How are you gonna carry that in a backpack?
You are not.
So I came across. So I think it was a One Tigress tent, and I clicked on it, and then it said View Store. So I was looking through the store, and I found a cot and like all this other camping gear, and I'm like, oh my God. So I spent like 2 hours looking at all their camping gear. And their cot, it was like $110, but it folds down real small and it's real light.
Yeah.
You can do it in 2 different variations, like 4 inches off the ground, or there's legs for it that you can raise it up. I'm like, oh, what? I think it was, I'll tell you, like 6 pounds or something.
Yeah, it was not that heavy.
Oh, that's a lot of weight for a backpack. I'm just kidding. I'm just.
So I got it. And I went, set it up downstairs in my basement. Oh, it's so comfortable.
Nice.
It's not like stiff like a lot of cots are. It's got some give to it.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're a shoulder sleeper, you're still comfortable.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I also got their little backpacking table, which is like I think 1.5 pounds.
Yeah, I need
And
to get
it's
a table
sturdy.
for the truck.
It's very
Send it to
sturdy.
Snapchat. I was gonna send it to him.
I've got. I had a stroke because I was about to say something. I think I might have sent it to her. They were cot bunk beds that were designed like they would fit in a 4Runner.
Yep.
So 2 people could camp in a 4Runner. And you just slide in your, almost like being in a submarine. She would have to be on the bottom bunk probably because it's like 6 inches wide between that and the top one. And my fat ass would have to go on top. I don't know. Would your boobies fit in the 6 inches?
Can you stop? Also, why do I have to go on the bottom? What if it breaks?
Hey, it would probably be warmer.
It's not going to break. It's rated at like 200 pounds.
I'm gonna be nice.
You have me on the macro diet now, so I'm going to maintain.
There's no such thing as a macro diet. Nolan's doing the carnivore diet. I don't know how he does that with no bread.
Yeah, I did really good on it until I went to midnights.
Yeah.
I did it for I think 8 months. I lost about 20 pounds.
So I did that back when it was still called low carb or whatever. I actually did better on midnights because I wasn't eating with other people. It was just me. So like I would fry up like 10 pounds of ground beef, and then I would just go to work. I'd just have ground beef and cheese at night or whatever. Like it was easy.
Cheese? You're allowed to have cheese?
Yeah,
it was a certain amount. Yeah, it's mostly protein.
It's basically anything that comes from an animal.
My bread.
I wouldn't recommend like what is it? Kraft cheese? The fake cheese?
No, you want real cheese.
You want like real cheese. But yeah, like people they'll cut up steak and like I've seen steak, shrimp, and then like cut up cheese slices.
What about cottage cheese?
Yeah.
Greek yogurt.
Cottage cheese I think would be okay. Greek yogurt's probably out. I would have to look at that.
There's a certain type of yogurt you can eat, but it all has to do with the ingredients.
Meat yogurt.
That's disgusting sounding.
But I do believe there's.
What about vegetables?
I think there's 3 different types of carnivore diets. There's like the strict, like, hey, I'm gonna eat meat every fucking day, or there's, I can't remember what they're called, but they're different variations of the carnivore diet. You can eat vegetables on one.
I need vegetables and I need bread.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had peas in my meal the other night. Thank you.
Do you? Because I feel like that's sarcasm.
No, I've told you before. I feel like I don't eat enough vegetables. So
meal of mashed potatoes and peas.
It was so good. You made
that was my meal prep. I made a big batch of meatloaf and mashed potatoes, so I could have that for.
So good. This is a really good one. I liked it.
I smoked meatloaf a couple months ago.
That sounds so
it was so good.
So anyway, we got this giant 12-person 2-room tent.
No. We got to
with a garage. So we picked that up, and then she's like, "Oh, look at these little dining fly things." You know, like the little pop-up.
Oh yeah.
Little 6x6.
Yeah.
Oh no, fuck that. Ours is 12x12.
It is not. I'm pretty sure maybe 10x10
with walls.
And
well, here's my favorite part of this whole thing is we get these set up. So we get in the camp, which somehow all this shit, 3 fucking dogs, a wife, all these fucking giant tents, firewood, my stove, and like all this fit in my little Jeep Liberty. I don't know how the fuck we did that, but we got all in there. Then we get to the campsite. Mm-hmm. We set it all up, and we had our bikes. We went somewhere, and we come back to camp. And as we're walking back to the campsite, I go, "You would think there's a family of like 10 fucking people staying in this campsite, and it's just you, me, and the fucking dogs. 2 of the dogs are sleeping in the Jeep."
No, one dog. The other dog slept in her little tent.
But it was quite an adjustment for me going from backpacking Eric to car camping with Nicole Eric.
Heavy camping with Nicole.
Listen.
I liked it though. I like it.
If we're gonna have a car available, I am gonna have the shit that I want.
No, I like it. I ended up liking it. I even went to town and bought you some wine.
No, we brought that with us.
And then remember the second night, I went into town to get some more wine or something. I took one of the dogs with me. I remember this, but yeah. So Anyway, I would like some cots for our big tent. I think that would be a nice addition, or at least one of our inflatable mattresses, one of the big because we got like the queen size inflatable mattresses. Either that or a cot, either one. Because
A cot. I want my own cot and my own blankie.
it's really hard to bang on a cot.
Yeah, unless you get one of those XL ones. I think they make XL ones.
I don't know. I think if you have an XL one, she's gonna break the cot.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
An XL wife is gonna break the cot.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I needed a cot, so I've got an old Ozark tent. There it is.
There it's set in.
I had an old Ozark tent. It was one of the four person tents, and we put a blow-up mattress in it. But I won a 6-month subscription to BattleBox in a raffle.
Nice. Did you get anything decent out of the BattleBox subscription?
My first package came with a tent, and it's like a teepee style tent. So it's got
kind of wanted one of those, yeah.
But it's very large, but not large enough to fit an air mattress. So I'm like, well, I need a cot. So I got that little tiger's cot. But it looks very roomy. It's very tall.
Do you like the TP tent?
I haven't used it yet.
Okay.
You should set it up in the backyard.
I thought about it.
Actually, I don't think I have it. Landon has it. Yeah, it's Landon's. He had it was called a Mega Mid. It was an old school, like the most ghetto tent you could buy. It was basically a tarp that you stuck a pole in the middle of.
We almost bought a teepee style tent.
Yeah, I like that one. I can't remember why we got to the other one.
It wasn't roomy enough.
It didn't have room for the bicycles and 4 dogs and 8 of our friends.
I don't have 8 friends, so.
Anyway, point being, we got this great campsites.
Yeah, we did. I'm very excited.
And I don't think you asked me, I didn't see any restriction on the number of people per campsite, but it was 2 vehicles per
cars.
campsite. So like we can even, if there's more interest than we think there will be, like we've got, I think it's 7 campsites.
So I was kind of thinking, now I don't think the parks will hear this, that they could park somewhere else and we could go pick them up.
Oh, if there's more than,
if it's,
I don't think it'll be that.
I was going to say that.
If so, yeah.
If there's more than that, but yeah.
Or realistically, like, do you think we'll take both vehicles? We might.
Yes.
Okay. But like if somebody comes with 1 vehicle and somebody else comes with 3, they can like put one in the other spot. Like we'll figure it out. It'll be okay. And I really don't think the Rangers are going to fuck with us.
If you guys have the whole cul-de-sac, who cares?
No one's going to fuck with us.
No.
I got a gun.
Okay, that might be a little Aggie menacing.
Oh, okay.
So, except for you didn't get the which 2 spots, because you said you didn't get certain spots of that little.
The entire circle is good, but there's so if you picture like a penis with a ball sack, I've got the ball sack. Okay? I've got the ball sack, and then if you go up the shaft, there's not any campsites, but there were 2 campsites right near the head of the penis. I didn't get those head penis campsites because I figured they were far enough away down the shaft that us all in the balls, we would be okay.
You're not loving this as much as I am.
No.
Nolan knows exactly what I mean, though, don't you? You can picture the campsites, exactly how they're laid out.
That one kind of brought a tear to my eye.
I can't wait till this Campout. I'm going to be like, hey, Nolan, we're sleeping in the balls.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
As we caress them.
Oh, my God.
Good job.
It's not the Hey Baby campsite. It's going to be like the fucking penis and balls campsite.
Ew, that's gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, it's 2025 now.
We should get a big banner.
Big rainbow banner? I bet nobody would fuck with us then.
You put it up at the entrance?
Yeah, just put a big rainbow banner across the top, and the park rangers would be like, oh, fuck, I don't know, there's some DEI shit going on. I'm not going to fucking mess with those guys.
Yeah, I can't handle this. It's going to end in an investigation.
Hi, Ranger! As long as they don't come mow the grass again.
That was irritating. But I think that was because we were like middle of the week, weren't we?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I think we did a middle of the week thing, so they were like mowing around us.
And it was all dusty as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So mad.
Oh, yeah, it was hot.
Yeah.
This will be better, temperature-wise, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
I'll still bring a fan or like a
So-
makeshift AC or something.
You have a fan for
No.
camping?
There's this thing called
Fuck, baby,
Amazon
we're gonna have a fucking refrigerator with a freezer.
in your living room of your 12-person tent.
No, that truck has a 1200-watt inverter on it.
Really?
Yeah, I can run any household appliance out of my fucking truck.
Wow.
So
That's
one
impressive.
of the upgrades is going to be a fridge freezer combo. I'm pretty excited for that. And when I first saw them, I was like, "That's fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck needs a refrigerator in a truck?" And then all of a sudden, I was like,
It'd be nice.
"Wait, cold beer in the bed of my truck
Yeah.
anytime I want." Like, imagine I just show up at your house. I'm like, "Hey, Nolan, what's up? You want a beer?
Yeah.
It's right here. It's cold. It's in the back of my truck. It's ready to go."
He has a fridge
He
in
don't-
his house.
He don't even need to go in the house. He can just
Exactly.
meet me on the street. We got street
Yeah.
beers.
Boy.
Imagine if you're at the party playing cornhole outside. You don't want to walk all the way
Do you
inside.
have cornhole boards?
I could make some.
That's right. He is the worst sponsor ever. He has
Why don't we
skills.
go into my kitchen and have a look-see aroundy?
He's gonna, you know what he's gonna do? This motherfucker is gonna make that, and he's gonna put a hole in the middle of it. It's gonna be our kitchen cornhole
Yeah,
board,
Kitchen cornhole. That's perfect.
which actually kind of sounds fun.
Yeah.
I kind of want a kitchen cornhole now.
Update, the worst sponsor ever is finally getting off the worst shift ever, so more products are going to come out, including Nicole and Eric's shelf that is over a year late.
It's not. Is it really?
Oh yeah, it's been a year.
Yeah, because it's when I
Yeah,
first came out.
Well, no, because remember when I brought
When you first
Your-
came out? Whoa, easy. We were just talking about the gay campsite.
no when
And
I
women
when I
pops.
brought the countertops that one time. It was winter because
Yes.
I was carrying one up and I
That's
almost
right.
slipped on your
That's
guys'
right.
there.
Yeah.
Because
it
I
was.
started this when I hit the streets.
Yeah, I just saw the
Yeah, no,
pictures of
we're-
us completing it in my memories a few weeks ago. So yeah,
We're over a year.
it's all good.
Maybe not quite over a year. We might be hitting the year mark.
No,
because-
I think we're over a year.
Dang.
Because when I was making them, I remember it being cold. Because
Yeah.
when I first started it, I tried gluing everything up and
That's
leaving it in
right.
the garage,
And then it froze. I remember that.
and the glue didn't stick. And when I took everything out of it just fell apart. I was like, oh man, I got to carry each of these in by the clamps down to my basement where it's warm. The long one, where you're seeing it, that one was hard.
Oh, fuck.
Melissa was at
and
work.
heavy.
I carried that downstairs by myself. I
Fuck.
was sitting there struggling.
You should have seen him cutting it.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I ever told you these. I think I did. Yeah, the stress involved in cutting the sinkhole for that thing.
Which is why he didn't do it.
That's why I left it to you, because I was stressed out.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna have to call Nolan and be like,
Yeah.
hey, what would it take to get a whole new ass fucking
Yeah.
countertop? Because I just fucking sawed this one in half.
I opened up the template and I was like, oh my god, there's like 3 different ways you can cut this. How do I know which one's the right one?
If you sometimes you need to look underneath or look from underneath up and see the shitty fucking cutting job I did.
Hey, as long as it looks good on the top, who cares?
I used my saber saw and the blade did the little bendy thing, so it was like wavy gravy all around. And I got done. I looked. I was like, oh fuck me. And I grabbed the sink and I didn't even call her in because I was originally gonna have her help me lift the sink in there. And I
Because
was
you don't want her to look.
well, what I was afraid was the sink was just gonna fall through.
Oh,
And I was like, oh fuck.
The sink that was hard to fucking find.
I was like, oh, she's gonna fucking beat my ass if I fuck this up. So I like lifted the sink on there by myself and like very gently laid it in. And when it like laid there and there's no gaps, it didn't fall in. I was like, hey baby, come see the sink. I did it.
Yeah, look what I did.
Except I knew the truth because there was a fuck shit. Oh, fucking mustard.
That just comes natural with anything we do.
True story.
What else are we gonna do?
Did we talk about the dates of the? I can't remember if we actually said the dates of the camp out.
No, just saying that
No.
they were reserved.
So May 30th and June 1st. It was Friday and Saturday night.
Yes.
I feel like
Well,
we should have said that in the beginning.
It would actually be, yeah, May 30 through June 1st.
Yeah. So it'd be Friday night, Saturday night. You can check out Sunday. I think it's gonna be a blast.
So there's a trail entrance right close to where our campsite.
Oh, okay. Now you're bringing physical activity into this.
Yeah. Says the one who said, I will hike into a camp.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said you would hike 11 miles to camp.
Oh, I guess. Do you have it recorded?
We do now. We do now.
No, we don't have to do physical activity. Yes, we're gonna go on a group hike. Sounds so disgusting.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun at all.
It's gonna be like
Well, there's a beach there.
there is.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a dog beach there.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I mean, it's a big state park camper. There's a lot of plenty of stuff to do, so people can like split off, do whatever they think would be fun for them for the day, or we can hang out together when we want to. We'll have obviously nighttime campfires and beer bashes. Maybe I'll bring a keg. I should bring a keg.
How do you do that?
Throw it in the truck.
You bring it.
Just needs
Like, how do you get stuff out of it?
gas.
You
You
could-
could tap. It's not hard.
Well, you can
Oh.
bring a cooler designated for like bags of ice.
I did for
bring a trash
Landon.
can.
Landon had an art gallery opening one time, and he was like,
That
"Hey,
sounds bad.
we want to have beer. Can we do that?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, we can do that." So I had just started kegging my beer that I was home brewing, and I had one keg I was using. And at the time, Boston's was still open, my old bar, and I went down there and talked to Dave, the owner. Rest in peace, Dave. And I was like, "Hey, I want to get a couple kegs for an art gallery opening." He's like, "Okay, yeah, what do you want?" And I was like, "Oh, what can you get me?" And actually, it might have been Cassie, I think, hooked me up with Blackout. No, what's it? Fuck.
Don't ask me. I don't know nothing about beer.
Great Lakes Brewing Blackout Stout. Is that the name?
Is that similar to Hops
It is-
Slam? Hops
It's
Slam?
named Blackout Stout for a fucking reason.
You were never drinking that around me. You and Nolan can drink it. I'm gonna go do something by myself. I hate Hops Slam.
Yes, Great Lakes. A Blackout Stout. So one of those was Blackout Stout, and the other one we got some kind of wheat beer or something. So I got these two kegs, got the taps. It was I don't remember wheat beer, but it was a German wheat beer because I had to get a special tap for it from Dave. So got the kegs, got the gas, went to Landon's gallery opening, set up the beers and stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll pour the beers all night. Cool, no problem, man." So of course I'm Eric, so I'm doing like one for the customer, one for Eric, one for the customer, one for Eric, one for the customer, one for Eric. And finally, about an hour and a half into the night, Landon comes over and he's like, "Hey, are you like IDing people or anything like that? Because that's one of my students, and I know she's like 19." And I was like, "No, didn't even think of that." And of course, we didn't have a liquor permit. We were just passing beers out to random people at an art gallery. Just what the fuck? Just handing them out. And then,
Has a statute of limitations?
yes, by far, yes. And then all of a sudden, I was really drunk off my ass. And then I looked and I was like, "Oh, Blackout Stout, that's like 9%. That would explain that." But yeah, so short version is, yeah, it's pretty easy to take some kegs on the road. I think we're talking, we might take a keg to Man Camp. They have, it's kind of hard to justify because
you have beer there.
they have 80 kegs of beer they bring to Man Camp. The church brings 80 fucking kegs of beer to
Wow.
church camp. Yeah. I'm telling you, we got the best church ever. But it's like, whatever they get, Swill, fucking Miller Lite or Natty Light or whatever.
Not the high value stuff.
But it's all totally free.
Yeah.
But you have to walk to the fucking beer truck, and then like I fill up growlers, and I saw guys that had those 5-gallon water buckets, like water things, and they would just go fill those things up with beer and carry them back to their camp. But when we were there, the guys in my group last year were all except maybe one were like good beer guys, and I was like, there's no reason I couldn't throw a keg and a tap on that fucking wagon and carry it into camp. So we talked
Now,
about it.
do you drive out to camp, or do you guys like park and walk?
We end up walking a mile or so, maybe 2, depending on.
On a gravel road. It's not.
It's not a difficult walk. Man Camp, they used to always do a like obstacle course entrance, like a adventure entrance. The 2 years I've been, they haven't done it. Last year, because the rain was so bad that they were just like, nobody can get up this trail. You guys will all die. And the year before, I don't remember why they didn't do it. But you could also bypass it and just walk up the gravel road. I realized this year, I think I might need to hit you up for the budget, babe, for a wagon thing. Because I'm not sure with my shoulder I can carry a backpack.
It's for his health.
Oh my goodness.
Or
Fine.
I can
Fine.
risk it and retire.
Wait, no.
A wagon or retirement.
Wait, we can afford a little bit of a wagon budget, not a retirement budget.
And not one of those radio flyers. One of the nice ones.
Why can't he have a radio flyer? That's like classic.
There's dudes with like battery operated wagons.
They make those?
Yeah, they had like controls like dragging this wagon up the fucking trail and shit.
Well, if Nolan can bring a lawnmower to camp.
Oh, that was an unregulated national forest.
But yeah, I'll get you. Actually, I just had beers with my man camp guys the other day, and the guy who's gonna lead it should be getting me the like sign up code here to get you to sign up on the right team.
Yeah, otherwise you'll get stuck with some weirdos.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Unknown weirdos. You know what you're getting with.
Yeah, you're still getting weirdos, just friendly weirdos. So when we publish this episode, will we put the sign up info for the campsites in there?
Yeah, because that gives me 2 weeks to create it.
Okay. All right. So if you think you would like to join us on the Hey Baby Campout,
Oh my god.
check the links.
You're gonna be vetted because I ain't getting no investigations for a fucking camp out.
Check the links in the show notes, and we'll tell you how to sign up. It'll be first come, first served. So, unfortunately, we got 7 spots. If we fill up, then you just have to come another day. But I think it'll be a good time.
Or they'll just know that I'm mean and, well, I don't like you, so you're not
I
coming.
think everybody will be kind of responsible for their own food and their little
Except for one
family
of the night.
co-groups, and then
Saturday night, maybe, we'll figure something out where you can all eat together.
some one night we'll try and host like a wiener bash or something.
I am out.
Even if it's a small wiener.
Out. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
We'll put the details out.
Now here's my thing. We haven't talked about this. I'm gonna have the adventure rig all tricked out by then.
It's in the budget.
Okay, enabler.
Yeah, no, it is.
Nt.
It is now. I'm gonna have the adventure rig all tricked out by then, but you're still gonna want to sleep in the big circus tent, aren't you?
Yes.
I can't sleep in my little cool rooftop.
You can sleep
tent.
wherever the fuck
Do you
you
want to sleep in my rooftop tent with me, Nolan?
I have always wanted a rooftop tent.
All right, Nolan's gonna sleep in the rooftop tent with me. You
Good.
and the
dogs
wives.
can
can sleep.
No, the dogs.
Because they have
It's-
their own mattresses, right?
They get to be on the
Mhm.
list.
Mm.
Nicole, Charlie, Junior, Bo, tent. That's it.
You wouldn't let Nolan's poor wife and child.
He said she's
sleep
not
in-
coming.
Oh,
Yeah, she probably wouldn't come.
oh, okay. Because you scared her away from camping.
Yeah. I told her to let me try again, but no. I even promised to bring blankets.
Let us try. The next time we go out, we'll try and put the hard sell on her. It'll be harder for her to say
We
no to
should-
Nicole than it is to
we
say no to you.
should-
Does she listen to this? Never
Probably
mind. Don't
not.
listen to any of that.
We
Whenever
should.
I'm driving, I'll throw it on. But she's more of a reader.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's smart. That makes
Yes.
sense.
Yeah.
We should go somewhere. Not camping. We should go do an Airbnb together. You don't get to pick it, and we go do fun stuff. Nolan, have you heard this story where he sent us to a murder house?
It was a very nice
I think
cabin in the
I
woods.
think you mentioned it on here.
Yeah, we've talked about it on here.
Yeah. Well, I'm not the only one that does not let Eric pick Airbnbs anymore.
I think that sounds pretty cool.
No. We almost died.
Did
Just
you have a gun?
because your weenie friend didn't like our Airbnb, I'll take that out.
I didn't like it either. It was like a museum of death.
It was super creepy house. It really was.
Might be exaggerating a little bit, not much, just a little.
Oh, and there's the trailer in the yard with somebody living in it.
Just lived in it.
Yeah, there's somebody in it with a fucking pit bull
Okay.
just hanging out in this trailer. And then the house itself, like the furnishings were all like from the 70s. The
Gosh.
bedding was even from like the 70s.
Ooh, that's kind of gross.
And yeah, it was. And
Mhm.
she had notes like, the reason the bedding is like this is so I can keep the rates cheap. Da, da, da. And they were cheap. It was fair.
And it set off of like, it wasn't on a road. It was like a
Drive path to a farm.
driveway. Yeah.
Hmm.
And like, which is, it's fine, you know, like if
It's where you would love to live there.
not with all the other people around.
No, but
Because the next day when we woke up, it wasn't far. We couldn't tell because we got there late, there was a house, really not as close as our neighbors here, but like it was close enough. And they were all outside, like staring at us, like watching everything we did. It was fucking creepy. It was fucking creepy.
That's the only Airbnb fail I've ever had. All my other ones have been real gems.
Yeah.
The one in Gatlinburg kicked ass.
I saw your
Corrugated steel ceilings.
That was okay, yeah.
I saw your guys' knives over here. Did you guys go make knives in Gatlinburg?
Yeah, we
Yes.
did.
Because I made the same knife. Same
Yes.
place.
Same place.
That's a
Yeah.
circle, whatever.
Circle T bar.
Circle T
Forge.
Forge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got a T-shirt from it.
Did you have the same guy? I don't know. I don't remember.
He was an older guy, skinny.
Very muscular.
I can't remember.
Yeah, like he had been pounding steel for his
Like
whole life.
a
Yeah,
true blacksmith. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
was fun.
I think I told you Travis went there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Travis took his
So
boy there.
cool. We should do that. That would be fun.
I like the Airbnb idea.
And then that way she can come. She doesn't have to worry about being cold.
Yeah. Are we gonna take all the fucking dogs?
Probably not. Who do you use to watch your dogs when you guys go somewhere?
There's a chick that went to our high school that she started watching my parents' dogs, and then we started using her. She'd come over to the house, let them out and everything, and since we have a spare bedroom, sometimes we'd have her stay there.
That's a
That's-
little different.
Because Gunner is just like, if you don't let him out at the right time, he's going to
Make a
piss or shit in
mess.
the crate.
Yeah.
And, or we would board him at Twin Maples in Miamisburg.
We have to be careful with Charlie. That's our only concern. So far,
Mm.
his son is the only one that can come over and watch them.
Which is really weird. Yeah. He does good with Zach, but my other son, he'll eat.
So that's what.
I bet Allie could get away with it if she didn't have the girls. I would worry about Peyton, but I bet Allie could. You don't think so?
I don't know. She talks to them like they're babies, and Charlie doesn't like that.
That's right.
Don't you do that?
Yes,
But Charlie doesn't like it.
no, it's not that
you
he
don't,
didn't.
and you don't do it to the same extent to him that you do to like.
He does. I learned really quick his boundaries, and I don't do the.
He keys in on emotions. So any elevated emotion.
He does not like laughing.
Laughing, fuck that. He's gonna bite you if you laugh.
If you don't hear him doing his like, he even gets irritated with Junior when Junior's like barking at me to get my attention to do something for him.
Mhm.
He gets pissed and he'll start growling at him like, bro,
Leave
Shut the
mom
fuck
alone.
Yeah.
or just he doesn't fucking want to hear it, and it's
Crying, laughing,
Mm.
screaming, anything he gets super anxious for. He's an emotional support Malinois.
no, he needs an emotional.
He's an emotionally destructive Malinois.
So I have to find somebody that can watch him. So far, that would be maybe.
I think I told you Em used somebody who's a county handler. His wife has a kennel.
Yeah,
She gave me the name. She really liked him, but I don't know.
I am skeptical of everyone.
You could-
I believe you,
you
and it's our babies. Like,
You can go down Main Street and see if anybody would watch him.
No, they would sell him for crack.
well, one less dog, a little bit
Fuck
of money.
We wouldn't get any money because they'd sell him for crack and
Yeah.
then smoke the crack.
Well, if we were only
In your
going for
house.
if we were only going for a couple of days, I don't mind asking Zach. It's more than that is when I worry. Or not worry, but I just feel like I'm imposing on him. Because what's the longest we did with the house?
It was a weekend.
Vegas.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a couple days.
yeah.
You distracted yourself. with
Yeah,
the
I
computer.
have about 5 hamsters on wheels in my brain.
They just
and
quit running.
They got lost.
That is true.
Water break.
Yeah. My hair is on my nerves. What else are we gonna talk about?
That was pretty much it, I think. So that's that. Get ready for the Hey Baby Campout.
Mm-hmm.
Clothing optional.
Nope, it's not. It is a must. It is a must.
The wiener party in the 12-person tent.
All of a sudden, she's like, "I'll be in the rooftop tent."
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang out with Alyssa for the weekend. So weird.
All right. Well, Nolan, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it. We had a good time. Everybody now has a voice to put to the worst sponsor ever.
Yep. Happy to sponsor.
And since we didn't give you a chance the last time, plug your shit in case anybody needs some shelves a year from now or anything.
Yeah.
Which are amazing.
If anyone needs a countertop next year, the year after.
I just made an Instagram for it.
We got Instagram.
What tables? He made a really cool table. Was that for your in-laws?
I did just make a table for my mom. It's my first take at a circular table because it's difficult with just average tools to make a circle.
Oh,
but
God.
But I got it done somehow.
Have you seen the off the cut woodworker guy?
Maybe. I don't really pay attention to the names.
He's got a podcast, but he also does a YouTube channel. But he's right over somewhere close to you, somewhere between Kettering and Springboro. I've been able to figure out that direction.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
But he's got a podcast called Off the Cut. But I always like his YouTube shit.
Let's see here. Can't even work Facebook.
I can't either.
So on Facebook, I'm Ridge Woodworks. There's a space. And then Instagram, it's Ridge Woodworks _ with no spaces. I've got a couple pictures on there, but
damn, bro, you haven't posted since last year.
Well, that's the thing. I haven't. Working midnights.
You need a social media manager.
February was when you were putting them together. That's amazing.
I'm telling you, it's been a while. Because man, this table I was working on for my mom, it was easy, but it still took me every bit of a month to make just because of my schedule.
Yeah.
But now come March,
tough being a working white man.
I know.
That's just not the finished product of this table.
I like it. Very nice.
But now that I'm switching schedules back in March, I'm going to get back into it. You guys are going to get your shelf.
Excited for that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if anybody does in the Dayton area, or if you want to pay a shit ton of shipping or come get it, need any woodworking,
so afraid to ship it.
Hit up Ridge Woodworks at all those places he just listed.
We'll link them. We'll tag them.
Everybody else, fuck off till next week. Was that rude?
No, it's funny.
Okay.
Like, comment, and subscribe.